All right, here we go. This is going to be a look at Richard Mark Watwood. I don't know what to call this guy. He's got like three different names. But I think his name is Mark Westwood or Watwood. Westwood. I always say the same thing too. I always when I'm talking about this guy, I always say Westwood. Like the other guy from he wasn't in the Kentucky episode. He never talked to Chris Hansen, but he was a part of that episode. His interrogations out there. It's part of the TCAP lore, but it's kind of also not really. But I always call him Westwood. It's Watwood. Mark Watwood, Richard Mark Watwood, whatever the hell you want to call him. I don't even know what the hell to call him. Is the guy from Bowling Green, Kentucky. And, you know, if I'm just going to say it, I guess it's kind of standard to say it at this point. Underrated TCAP predator. Underrated predator, for sure. His segment's really short. This should be a quick one. I mean, but I don't know what to fucking, I say that all the time, in my head, like, oh, it should be a quick one, but it never actually ends up being a quick one. And so I don't know how long this is going to be, but I like this one. I like this guy a lot. I like this predator a lot. He's the Brett Favre predator, the Triple H lookalike predator, whatever you want to call him. I also feel like it's appropriate to do this one just with this, everything that's happening in the world, the past week or so. This is a guy, this predator, Watwood, is a predator that is just, he's very simple in what he does, Reading through his chat log, you see his day-to-day pattern. It's go to work, go to gym, talk to decoy, masturbate. That's it. That's all he wants to do in life, He's a simple man. And he would not be able to deal with complexities like this. Like what's going on in the world now. So let's just get into it. Watwood, here we go.
This would be wanna stay fit.
Our next visitor drove more than an hour from Nashville, Tennessee to keep a date for sex with a girl posing as a 13-year-old.
And right there, I mean, it's interesting. If you know anything about this guy, his interrogation, quote-unquote interrogation, he doesn't talk, so it's not really an interrogation. But he pisses for like two minutes. They let him go take a piss. And then his guy claims that he needs to take a leak. Look at this huge fucking cup that he's holding. Not huge bloke, but huge cup that this guy's fucking holding here. I mean, dude, if you gotta take a leak, I wouldn't get the super big gulp, I don't even know what the fuck they are, but it looks like one of those styrofoam, cups that you get like at a rest stop, and they're in styrofoam, and it keeps the drink cold for hours. I fucking love those things, like from a Pilot or something like that. If you guys are, I don't know if Pilots are just on the East Coast or what, but yeah, we have Pilots, when you go down the fucking East Coast, you always stop at Pilot and get one of these fucking beverages, and it keeps your drink warm. Keeps your drink cold, I should say, for like the entirety of your trip. It's fucking great, and they have the best crushed ice there too. Like the ice that they have. This is interesting to exactly 0 people, but they have the best crushed ice. Like it's just so good. It's so good. Pilot, I highly recommend it. I don't know if you got it from Pilot, but fucking hell. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know how long these are gonna be. We're 3 minutes 41 seconds into this. Let's continue.
Hey, come around the side. This front door doesn't work.
And right there, Casey. And Casey's voice, it's doesn't sound like a Kentucky voice. I mean, I guess, I don't know if they should have an accent or not, but you can kind of hear the New York, New Jersey thing in her voice as she's yelling that out. It's very interesting, and it's, kind of a red flag, but no one would ever notice it, I don't think, but, yeah, it is interesting that you can kind of hear it, and it's like, whoa, I thought this was supposed to be Kentucky, but no. Watch this again.
Hey, come around the side. This front door doesn't work.
Okay.
While online using the screen name Single Male Stayin' Fit 2000, 41-year-old Richard Watwood not only poses naked on his webcam, he also masturbates for the decoy, then encourages...
And this guy, too. Another great thing about his quote-unquote interrogation, you learn a lot about the guy. He's sitting there with Dudinsky. It's like a 40-minute long conversation that they have. It's really interesting, actually. You learn a lot about him. You learn a lot about Dudinsky. You learn that this guy had was it a quadruple bypass surgery? This guy's fucking fit. I mean, hence the screen name "Single Male Staying Fit." He's fit. Like he exercises, man. But he still somehow had to have a quadruple bypass heart surgery. And it's interesting. I saw this comment somewhere else, so I'm not going to take credit for it. But it's like, I guarantee that happened when he first discovered internet porn. He was just, man, he just overworked himself, man. You gotta take your time a little bit. But yeah, it's interesting, man. You know, this guy is chronic masturbator, man. That's like his favorite thing. All right, let's continue.
Her to touch herself. 2 days later, he shows up at our
that huge cup, man. If you have to take a piss, man, I think I know why you have to take a piss. It's that huge fucking cup.
house.
I was just watching some TV.
Oh, okay.
We got these new chairs.
And one thing I want to say also, I meant to say this during the intro, but I kind of got sidetracked, is that this guy's probably the most normal guy from the Kentucky investigation, the Bowling Green investigation. The Kentucky 7, as we like to call them. And it's really, first of all, it's really fucked up that the most normal guy is the one that fapped on camera and for like a few weeks straight. That's the most normal one. But it's also interesting because this confrontation here is not great, but I do like it a lot, actually. But for the mainstream casual TCAPist, it's maybe not the best one. I wouldn't recommend to anybody, start off with watching Predators to watch fucking Richard Mark, Watwood, Westwood, whatever the fuck you want to call them. But I do like it. But yeah, if this was like Riverside where they had 90 guys show up? Something like that? I don't know if it was 90 or what, but this guy would not have been shown at all. But fucking, they only had 7 guys show up for Kentucky, so fuck, we gotta make a segment now. But yeah, he's I do like him, actually. In terms of, if I had to power rank my fucking favorite Kentucky Predators, where would I have this motherfucker? He would be up there, actually. It's probably crazy. If you know the Kentucky Predators, Lord, Justin McFetridge, the Lieutenant, Bald Beaver Hunter, Lurch, oh shit, I'm forgetting one. Hang on, I gotta fucking look it up. I usually get this right, too. I draw a blank when I'm fucking recording. Hang on. Jeremy Todd West, the fat guy with the jorts. I always forget him. And I've been watching him a lot recently, actually. I do like him, too. I want to review him at some point, too. And, of course, you got this fucker. He might be my 3rd favorite Predator from this thing. Which is crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. All right, let's keep going here.
Sit down in it. It's the greatest thing ever.
He thinks the girl's a virgin and home alone for the weekend. By the looks of his chat log, he's here to take her virginity.
If you slide them.
Hey, can I use your restroom?
Well, we're having some plumbing issues right now because it's the new house, so it's not really hooked up yet.
Yeah.
So can you hold it for a little bit maybe until later?
I gotta pee real bad. I've been having to go since now.
So that's absolutely horrible. This is the final sting in TCAP. And they still never figured out a good excuse for why the Predators can't go to the bathroom. They never figured it out. It's like perverted justice. We're more concerned about being edgy for the sake of being edgy, getting them to bring Mike's Hard Lemonade and condoms, and in Stephen Benoff's case, fucking pantyhose. Then giving the decoys an actual excuse for why they can't let the Predators use the bathroom. The washroom, if you prefer. The lavatory. So it's really fucking interesting, man. And then Casey comes up with this zinger right here that, we have some plumbing issues because it's the new house. Hold it until later. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Hold it till later. What I would have said was, in this huge-ass mansion, by the way, what I would have said was, and granted, I've had a lot of time to think about it, toilets are all clogged. All of them are clogged. I'm a 13-year-old girl. I don't know what I'm doing. I clogged up every single toilet in this huge-ass house. That's what I would have said as an excuse. I don't think it would have worked. Because then you imagine you have this fucking guy, you make this guy fucking go around with a plunger, clogging every single toilet in this house. He's just like, oh, damn it, man. I bet he'd be too winded. He'd just go home. Thanks for coming. I need that plumber, actually. And I just called you up. Where's Joshua Cologne, right? But no. Yeah, it's fucking great. This guy's just like, what the fuck? Like, look at this.
Later,
watch this whole
the new house, so it's not.
This guy is so fucking, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. He might be the smartest guy. Again, it's weird that this guy would be considered the smartest predator of the Kentucky 7 because he's not smart, but compared to the other idiots that showed up here, he's probably the smartest one. So at least he kind of realizes that, hey, things are kind of, what? But yeah, I love this right here. I just love it. He's like so shocked. He's like, what the fuck?
We're having some plumbing issues right now because it's the new house, so it's not really hooked up yet.
Yeah.
So can you hold it for a little bit maybe until later?
Face.
I gotta pee real bad. I've been having to go since
Before you
Nashville.
do that, I've got a couple questions for you. What's going on?
Not much.
Hey, no, I need to ask you some questions first. Keep your hands on your pockets, please. So I can see. Please have a seat.
I don't want to
That's the golden line of this one. Okay, fine. That's the line. That's the line. That's my favorite line. That's one of my favorite lines, actually. I fucking love that. He's like, I don't want to have a seat. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Oh man, he's like so offended that Chris Hansen popped up. He's like, God damn it, man. You know, how dare you interrupt my plans here, Chris Hansen. But I love it too. He just randomly stands up.
Hey, no, I need to ask.
And he's a fucking huge bloke in a good way too. He's fucking jacked. Chris Hansen's probably scared out of his mind. He's not used to all these single male staying fits coming into these houses. So Chris Hansen's probably like, oh shit, I'm used to fat asses, Jeremy Todd West, who couldn't even get out of the fucking chair. Paul Beaver Hunter, what the fuck's that guy gonna do? But no, I got this jacked fucking guy here. He might beat the shit out of me. I'm surprised that Ron Knight, the security guy, didn't come out here, but I love this too.
Ask you some questions first. Keep your hands on your pockets, please. So I can see.
And again, he's like so offended. You know, he's asking him to keep his hands out of his pockets. Fuck this guy, man. I love that. I love this guy too, but fuck this guy. Like, I love him, but I fucking hate him. I love it.
Please have a seat.
He looks back, ponders.
I don't want to have a seat.
Yeah, I don't want to have a seat. Hand on his head. Oh man, it's so great, man. It is so great. It's something that I've grown to appreciate. You know, I've watched this so many times at this point, right? So, it's something that I've grown to appreciate.
You don't want to have a seat. You don't want to tell me what you're up to. He
says again, he's just like, I need to go to the restroom. He's like, I can't have a conversation. I need to use the restroom. And they're not going to let him go.
Says he has to go to the bathroom.
Right now. Yeah, that's actually what his nickname is. The Predator with the Iron Bladder. That's what his nickname is. Man, this guy's going to have to hold it. I don't know how long it took them to get from this sting house to the Bowling Green Police Department. I'm guessing at least 20 minutes. And then they put him into the room. He's been having to go since Nashville. And so he drove like an hour away or so. Okay. From Nashville to Bowling Green's about an hour or so, give or take. So he's holding it the entire way there. And then he gets arrested like another 20 minutes. And they don't let him go in the interrogation room until like 10 minutes into that. Or something like that. So this guy's got a fucking... Man, he must have been... Oh, man. Not only does he have heart problems now, but he's going to have bladder problems, kidney problems. Oh, man. This poor guy. Oh, man.
Now, what was your plan here tonight? And then takes off.
There he goes.
Well, there's something you need to know before you leave. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
There he goes.
Right, going to the side door, coming out.
It's like, I wonder why this guy had to piss so much, too. I mean, it might be because he's a lifter, you know, and may have just came from the gym or something, and drinking a lot of water, maybe a lot of protein shit, whatever. Maybe causes you to piss a lot. I don't know. But if you're gonna have to use the bathroom so much, Rob Watwood, I wouldn't get the huge ass cup. Would not get it, personally.
Guys coming your way.
All the way out, all the way out, all the way down. Get on the ground. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach.
He's taken away in an unmarked car, driven to the local police station and booked. Officers search his car for evidence.
It's Viagra.
There it is. There it is. Look at this power team right here, man. Catherine Reed, holy hell, and the dude, Mr. Dudinsky, man. I want to find out a way to like contact Mr. Dudinsky. I would just love to have like ask him a couple of questions about his role here in this thing. Yeah, but it's great too because in his interrogation with Dustin, of course, Justin, he says that he's not married. He shows him that he's not married with his ring, with a ringless finger. He's like, I'm 40 years old. I'm not married. To make him look like more of a relatable loser to Justin. But then when he's talking to Watwood, he's like, oh, my wife would not let me do whatever, whatever the hell it was. So he's just like, yeah, he just fucking put on it's fucking great job by Dudinsky, man. Dudinsky's a bro, man. I would love to just chat with him, man.
And 2 unmarked types.
2 unmarked types.
Possibly
several condoms.
Later, Watwood is brought in for
questions. Oh, this part is so great right here. I absolutely love this. Another underappreciated part of this. It just makes his segment so great. Look at him. Look at how angry he looks. Ooh. Looks so fucking angry there, Watwood.
Questioning.
You understand why you're here?
The other... What a fucking idiot. Do you understand why you're here? This guy's a fucking idiot, man. This guy is an actual idiot. Like, he's fucking stupid. But he's probably the smartest one of the Kentucky 7, which is saying something. This guy is a fucking mess, man. I fucking love it, though. I love this guy. I really do. Oh, man. And also another odd thing, I just remembered this, but when he's in his interrogation, he mentions that he's divorced, right? But he's still friends with the in-laws. That's kind of odd to me. And that he bought their car from him, and he's making payments from his former father-in-law. That seems a little bit odd to me. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
You were picked up tonight for traveling to see a minor.
He's read his rights and asked to sign a waiver.
I don't want to waive my rights.
I
don't want to waive my rights. See, he says the smartest thing that any predator could say. I don't want to waive my rights. I don't know why more of them didn't say it. But it's the smart thing to do, for sure. And I think he ended up getting a little bit less time than the rest of the Kentucky 7. I could be wrong about that. I think so, though. I think that's the case. So it's really interesting, actually. But he's still got, 4 years in prison. It doesn't help much to waive your rights when you masturbate on camera for a 13-year-old girl for, 2 weeks straight or whatever the fuck it was. It doesn't help you that much. But, again, it is smart. He doesn't incriminate himself further. But it doesn't help that you masturbate on camera. It doesn't help. It doesn't help you that much, Man, look at this fucking guy.
All the other men you've met so far, he's arraigned before a judge, where his bail is set at $50,000 cash.
I want a plea of not guilty on your behalf this morning. Okay.
He should have asked.
Yes, sir.
He should have. Oh shit! He should have asked. Can I be signed over to the custody of my mother? He should have asked that. But man, look at this fucking guy. Ooh, looks like he had a rough night in prison, man. A rough night in jail, actually, I should say. Looks like he had a rough fucking night. Oh man, it's so great though. Oh, so great.
enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf this morning.
And that's another interesting thing. He says, I'll enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
At $50,000 cash.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf this morning.
It's like, did Watwood not know what the hell he was doing? He's just like, the judge is just like, man, this guy's so fucking stupid. I'll just enter a plea of not guilty for him. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I don't think about this. I somehow pushed this to 20 minutes. This fucking guy right here, fucking Watwood. Something Watwood. Not Westwood. That'll do it, I think. I think that'll do it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.